June, everyone. I'm feeling very cheery and I have my very cheery sunflowers in the background, and I'm very excited to bring you my May favorites. My first product is nail related, and I do not have the best nails. They always peel, and I've been taking those Hum nutrition supplements in an effort to get them in better condition. And I was trying to think what else I could do, and I thought if maybe I used a more gentle nail polish remover. Right now I just buy the Up and Up brand from Target. It comes in a huge bottle, it lasts forever, but sometimes after I get done using it, it feels like it dries my nails and my nail beds out a little bit. So I did some research, and a brand that comes up a lot is Pretty NYC, and that's Pretty spelled P-R-I-T-I. And I bought a little 2 fluid ounce bottle of their soy nail polish remover, and I got it in the lemongrass scent. And unlike most traditional nail polish removers, this one smells amazing. But I really wasn't sure if it was going to work, because if you read the ingredients, it's made with farm crops, it's all like easily biodegradable, and I just thought there's no way. But this works surprisingly well. Now granted, I have not tried it with glitter polish. I'm not sure how that would go, but just for the traditional creams that I normally wear, this is amazing. And it's almost oily in a weird way. So you apply it, I let it sit for a couple seconds, and then I go in with a cotton round to remove it. And it leaves my nails and like the surrounding area feeling very oily, but in a good way. Like I'm actually putting something nice on it, which is weird because it's a nail polish remover. The only downside is that this little 2 fluid ounce was $13. And I was surprised when it came in the mail just how small it is. They do have a 4 fluid ounce, and I think that was like $22 or $23. So I know it's kind of a spendy product, but for someone like me where my nails peel so bad that it's hard for me to get nail polish to stay on, I think this is worth the money for me to keep repurchasing. So I think once I'm done with this, I'm gonna end up getting the full size. If you watched my Whole Foods beauty buys, one brand I wanted to get into a little bit more is Andalou Naturals. And I already love their eye makeup remover, and at the beginning of the month, I needed a new bottle of that. So I went to Mom's Organic Market, picked up the eye makeup remover, and then I was just looking down the line, seeing all what they had to offer. And something else that caught my eye was their Luminous Eye Serum. And I have dry under eyes, but I also have dark circles. So if I use an eye cream that's too heavy, then my concealer does not stand a chance and creases throughout the day. And I have found that this formula is really nice. It's very lightweight, it's a lightweight gel, and it sinks in immediately. And when I use this, I can get away with using a more heavy duty concealer without worrying about it creasing. And this has a lot of nice ingredients like hyaluronic acid and vitamin C, so I find it really brightening and I really like it. I had bought the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and I was disappointed because it was just creasing on me a lot. But now that I'm using the Andalou, I can use this, set it with powder, and then it lasts beautifully throughout the day. And then after I posted that Whole Foods beauty buys, Andalou was nice enough and they sent me a lot of their products, and I'm still playing with them and testing them out, and I want to use them for a little bit longer before I talk about them. But I actually really like their shampoo and conditioner, which I haven't heard a ton of things about, but I want to get through, I think at least halfway through the bottle, and then at that point I'll know if I'm going to purchase it for myself, and I'll let you guys know. Next, Acure sent me their brand new foaming shaving gel, and this is very exciting because this is the first and only all-natural foaming shaving gel, and it's powered by air, so it's not in a metal canister, so it won't leave any rust on your tub. And I love the scent of this. It's blue chamomile and cucumber, and I really like it, although when I first used it I was a little bit unsure because in years gone by I had used the Skintimates, and this is not that foaming. This is almost, if you could imagine, and I'll do a close-up in case I'm not explaining it well, but a hybrid between something like Skintimates and something like the EOS Shape Cream. So it's a little bit foamy, but it's also a little bit creamy. And I have found that if I apply the gel to my hands first and then work my hands together, that really helps the foam get going. But I have sensitive skin and shaving irritates it a lot of times, and I've had no irritation when using this, and my skin stays smooth for a long time. My only issue is that this is already my second tube. I went through the first one really quickly. So for myself, I also like shaving with oils. So I think I'm gonna alternate with coconut oil or my Shea Moisture oil and this, and I think that's gonna help this tube last me a lot longer. Just like last month, I have 2 brush favorites, and that wasn't planned, it's just how it worked out. The first is from Kat Von D. This is the Shade and Light Eye Brush, and this is the brush you can kind of buy to go along with the eye contour palette, and the pointed side is probably the nicest brush I have found for applying eyeshadow underneath the eye. It is so soft and it's such a perfect shape. You can hold it kind of like this to get a really small amount and smudge it right up underneath the lashes, or you can lay it on its side and really smoke it out. It's such a fantastic shape. And then the dome side, I really like this for taking into a medium or darker shadow, starting at my outside corner and blending up. This makes blending a dream, and it just looks very like professional blending when you use this brush. And the other is from Furless. This is the ME4, and this is an eyeliner brush. And you might have noticed over the past month, I've done a lot of winged liner, which is not like me because I'm not very good at it, but this brush is magical and it makes it applying it so easy. And I've been using it in conjunction with this Tarte Amazonian Clay waterproof liner in the shade brown, and these two together make applying liner a dream. If I'm just doing, a basic line, or if I'm doing a winged liner, absolutely love it. So both of these brushes have been huge favorites. You guys know I'm a huge fan of the RMS Unpowder. Last year I went through a little jar of the original formula and it was my favorite setting powder of all 2014. And then when they released the new tinted version, I bought the lightest shade in that and I've been really liking it. But now that I have both at the same time, for myself, I think the untinted original version works better. As someone with oily skin and as we're moving into the hotter months, I find that this one is a little bit more finely milled and it helps keep my makeup shine free for longer, which is huge for me. And I've even said from the beginning that sometimes the tinted one could look a little bit cakey underneath my eyes, but I don't find that to be a case with the original. And sometimes, when I'm using the Becca under eye corrector, so I have that going on and then I have a regular concealer going on top of that, the last thing I want is a powder to look cakey, but the RMS sets it, keeps it crease free. And there's something about this formula and how fine it is. It just makes my skin feel like velvet and just looks really perfected underneath the eyes. So I'm so happy to have the original back. I'm gonna keep using the tinted one. It's still a beautiful product, but if you're really oily skin like me, I think the untinted one is the way to go. I did save the best for last this month. I have two amazing lip products. The first is a balm I bought at Sephora and I bought it in the checkout lanes. It's from the brand Kari Gran. This is their Lip Whip in Peppermint Tinted. So it does have a very light, slight pink tint to it. This has become my new favorite overnight lip balm and I love the texture. It is very whipped, but it still lasts well. So when I wake up the next day, I still feel a little bit of it on my lips and my lips are so incredibly hydrated and plumped up, so it really diminishes the looks of lines on my lips. It's just incredibly hydrating and it has an awesome ingredient list, so I think this is something to check out the next time you're going through the aisle of doom at Sephora. This last product is something I honestly turned my nose up at. I love YSL lip products. I love the glossy stains, I love the volupte shines, I love the scent of YSL lip products. So when the tint and oils, when the first promo pictures came out, I got so excited. I rushed to Sephora, I swatched them all on my hand and I was so disappointed. I couldn't believe people were getting so excited. They were just a sheer oil. I just didn't buy any, passed it up, never thought about it again. And then it was either at the end of April or the beginning of May, I had placed an order on Sephora online, and when I got my package, they included a little foil sample of the tint and oil. And it was late at night and my lips were feeling a little bit dry, so I just applied a little bit with my finger and then I kept unwrapping my package, I did some other stuff. And at the very end of the night when I went to wash my face, I looked in the mirror and my lips had turned this beautiful pink color. And I didn't realize that the tint and oils needed a little bit of time before the color set in. And I fell in love. I got every last ounce of goodness from that foil sample, and then I immediately went out and bought the full size. And the color of that foil sample, it's called like Cherry, Cherie, something like that. I will have the number and the correct name linked down below. But this has been one of my most used lip products all month. It's what I have on right now and it feels so good. It reminds me, my mom used to have a Josie Maran lip oil and I loved the feel of it, but I felt like it just disappeared really quickly. This one lasts a lot longer. It has a beautiful color to it and I would love to go out and buy all the rest, but it is YSL, so it's kind of expensive. But this color in particular is just perfect for really brightening up my complexion. So I have to eat my words because I really ended up liking this product, and that is how Sephora gets you with those samples sometimes. I hope you enjoyed my May favorites, and I also hope you'll subscribe because I'm really excited about my next video. Yesterday, my friend Sarah, Karen, and we went down to Union Market in DC because Faux Lane, which is a natural beauty store, they opened up a permanent residence, which is so exciting. So we had a blast shopping in Faux Lane. We also had a really good lunch, and then we didn't even realize it, but they were having a special market going on the second story, and there was vintage items, purses, artwork, jewelry, and there was also 2 other natural beauty stores, and we just had a wonderful time. And before we went, I had bought 2 of the new Charlotte Tilbury cream eyeshadows, so I'd filmed myself getting ready, and then I also brought my little camera and took it around Union Market. So I'm gonna work on that video. It's either gonna be my next one or the one after that. So I'm really excited to put all that footage together and to be able to show you these women and their beautiful shops. But that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.